myself, I'm losing myself tonight. Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love.
I believe we are working now, potentially. I think I fixed it, folks. I think. If you can hear me, type hello or something in the chat just so I know. If you do, if you can hear me, then I'll get moving. We'll get to starting. I believe you can hear me. I believe you can. Because I think I heard myself just there on the other screen. Hello or something in the chat. Oh, look at that smart ass. No worries, my brother. Can hear you, can't see you. Yeah, that's fine, Pete. I know you can't see me just yet. Nice one. Ah, Stephen Bootsy. Everyone can hear me. Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. Holding page. That's fine. I'm going to click this page and it'll transfer across. Cool. Nice one. I think the camera's all good. I don't even know this time round. Scuff streamer, as Mickey would say. The screen should change in a second. So we'll soon find out when it changes. There we go. You can see me. Look at that. Happy days. So, welcome back. Stream quiz 2. I'm so used to doing cross chat ones. I said chat. Quiz 2. Thanks for coming. How many people? I've got 13 this time, so happy days. I've got a few more people than last time. I did appear, Michael. Thank you. Chin chin, folks. Happy Friday. So, man's got a camera for him. Damn right, I've got a camera for him, bro. So, thank you for coming. As I said, we'll get to starting as soon as possible. I think everyone's in that's going to be in. Let's have some fun. As last week, same rules as last week. 35 questions. Questions 1 to 5, who's that celebrity? Questions 6 to 10, TV and film. Questions 11 to 15, music. 16 to 20, sport. 21 to 25, geography. 26 to 30, books. 31 to 35, general knowledge. My picture better not ruin any of these pictures, photos that I'm going to get popping up, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, so without further ado, I think, looking at everything, we will get started. Question 1, as always with the celebrity rounds, I'm going to throw one of these in. Who's this? What celebrity is this? So, here we are. What celebrity is this? Let me get my timer up just so I know what's happening again this time round, and I'll give us a minute per question every time, just like last week. So, how's everyone doing? Are we all good? Are we all having a good Friday? Have we all got some beers? I hope we have. It's been a tough week, but we're here, we're still alive, we're still healthy, we keep on moving, folks, we keep on moving. So, I want you to tell me, what celebrity is this? Who is it? I don't know if this one's easy or not. Mickey's just done my other quiz from last week and he reckoned on it was piss easy, so we'll see how he gets on this one. I hope everyone else gets some better scores. There were some poor ones last week, there were some good ones last week, so we'll see, we'll see. Guess we'll move on. Question 2. Which celebrity claims to have broken the internet in 2014? Keywords being broken the internet. Which celebrity claimed to break it in 2014? It's quite an iconic event. Some interesting things occurred. And yeah, who do you think it was? And as you well know by now, I'm not dishing out points, I'm not dishing out prizes or anything like that. It's on you to just play at home. So the little bonus point for yourself, you have to have named the celebrity. Why did they break the internet? What did they do? You tell me. Was it my first stream? Mickey, your first stream were absolute flames, man. Right, next up, number 3. Which British celebrity part owns Norwich City FC? Which, again, I'm going to read them twice, just like last week, just for Sean, because it gives you the pub quiz experience. Which British celebrity part owns Norwich City FC? Quite the football club, Norwich. They're enjoyable. They're not the best, but they're one of those clubs that everyone likes to see succeed. And Timo Pukki, either way, he ruined everyone's fantasy teams on the dream team this year. We all got suckered in, seen his hat-trick, got a ton of points, and then he sacked us all off, didn't he? Me and Pete know all about that, and Lil meanwhile he's here. We all got suckered into the Pukki hype, and he went to shit. But yeah, which British celebrity part owns Norwich City FC? Question 4. This week, which celebrity hit the news for not furloughing staff and refusing government help, then also urging other celebrities to do the same? I enjoyed this story this week from the news. It goes to show that not all celebrities are money-hungry pigs and all this kind of thing. This person obviously, you know, called for other people to do the same as them, even though they've got hundreds, if not thousands, of staff around the world, and they've promised not to be furloughing staff. So I think it's an amazing thing that they've done. A lot of rich celebrities should do the same. Victoria Beckham, but who didn't furlough the staff and is refusing government help? To my knowledge, might not be gospel, but to my knowledge. I'm famous, I got mentioned. Damn right you did. And if you don't know, guys, sub to J4S Sedders here on YouTube. He don't make things very often. He's a bit of a scuffed uploader every now and again. But he does upload Love Island updates every now and again, because that's what my man's into. Fair play to the kid. Maybe one day I'll listen to mine and Boss Man's things for him to upload and film properly. But sub J4S Sedders, I got you, bro. But yeah, which celebrity hit the news this week for not furloughing staff and refusing government help, also urging other celebrities to do the same? Question 5. Another one of the fancy dresses, as it were. Last week we had Lady Gaga in the meat dress. The Met Gala is known for having the most out there outfits every year. Which celebrity wore these wings in 2018? Love Island Whisperer. Mickey knows, but that's because my man obviously, Josh whispers during his videos, bless him, because he films late at night. But, you know, can't fault the kid. He's hard graft, he's trying. Josh just smarted. Bless him. So, which celebrity wore these wings in 2018? Oh, also, for those of you that didn't know, for anyone who doesn't follow me on Instagram or anything like that, quarantine hit this week. Shaved my head. I've gone bald. Win-win. So, give it an extra couple of seconds. We'll move on to the second round, which is TV and film. The Met Gala is known for having the most out there outfits every year. Which celebrity wore these wings in 2018? So, question 6 then. We'll move on. The next round is TV and film. The Simpsons run a Halloween special every season. What is the title of this series of specials? They've all got the same name. They've all got the same title theme, I guess. Often followed by Roman numerals. What is the generic title of all these specials? Alright, Josh, no need to rinse me for being bald. It'll get you one day, bro. It'll get you. With your airline. Normality is resumed. I've bigged him up and now I've told him he's got a dead trim. I hope we're all keeping good, folks. I hope quarantine isn't as bad as it could be for you. I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, keeping mentally... NVG lookalike, fuck you, Josh. Staying safe, staying healthy, keeping mentally stable. And if not, don't forget, reach out. My DMs are always open for anyone who might need it. So yeah, The Simpsons do run a Halloween special every season. What's the title of this series of specials? This is a really easy question. So, question 7. What was the theme song named for the TV show Scrubs? So what was it called? Was it just called the Scrubs theme? Was it called All Star? Was it called Superman? Was it called I Can't Do This on My Own? A, B, C or D? And yes, we've got some more multiple choice questions, because I felt bad that last week there wasn't too many of them. So we're trying again, we've got some more. demonetized because I swore. That's true, bro, but I don't make money anyway, so it's fine. This tune, by the way, this song by Laszlo Bain is an absolute banger. It's on my Spotify playlist. Really good song, even all the way through, not just the theme song part. If you haven't listened to it before, listen to it. But what was it called? Was it called the Scrubs theme? Was it called All Star? Was it called Superman? Was it called I Can't Do This on My Own? We'll move on to the next question. Question number 8. Mr. Bean has a stuffed bear which is regarded as his best friend, bless him. What is the stuffed bear's name? Is it Ted, Teddy, Mr. Bear, or Theodore? Hey, and if you ask me, that Teddy looks a bit strange. Like, look at his eyes. His beady little eyes just staring. I'm not a fan of that teddy bear at all. Rowan Atkinson, however, kills it as Mr. Bean. What a guy. What a guy. It's not Christmas unless you've watched the Mr. Bean Christmas special. That's what I think. Eh dear. 12 people. I think that's about what we peaked at last time. I'm glad there's 12 people here. Thank you for coming. Yeah. I'm still not as talkative. Maybe we'll get there one day. Maybe we'll not. Who knows? It depends how long lockdown continues and how long I have to do these quizzes. Eh dear. So, Mr. Bean's Teddy. What is it called? Called Ted, Teddy, Mr. Bear, or Theodore? I bet Josh likes this question. He loves a good teddy bear, does our little meme. I've lost my pen, folks. The one that works. Balls. No, am I going to fiddle with it next half hour? So, we'll move on to question number 9. Which Martin Scorsese movie holds the records for the most amount of F-bombs? The Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas, Gangs of New York, or The Irishman? Which Martin Scorsese movie holds the record for the most amount of F-bombs? The Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas, Gangs of New York, or The Irishman? Martin Scorsese films are quite well known for the amount of swearing and hard-hitting subjects. Probably the most famous one, I think, would be Pulp Fiction. No, it's not. That's Tarantino, not Scorsese. Haha! What a dickhead. I got that fully wrong. Ignore me. But yeah, Scorsese films are still known for being quite hard-hitting and kind of in your face. But yeah, which one has the most F-bombs? Wolf of Wall Street, Goodfellas, Gangs of New York, or The Irishman? Can't wait for Mickey to comment and tell me that. I'll fuck that. Can't wait. So we'll move on to question number 10. In what year was The Lion King released? Point awarded for a year each way, so I'm not going to give you multiple choice, but if you give me a year before or a year after, you can have the point. But you tell me what year The Lion King was released. Not the new one, for the record as well. The original Disney animated version, not the shitty live action one. Alright, Stephen. Just because I'm a media teacher don't mean I know all the films. And also, I'm not even a media teacher right now, so fuck you. Oh, I'm glad some of the teacher folk are in here. I'm glad some of the teacher folk are in here. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. I hope you're all keeping well. And we'll all have to catch up soon and do something on Zoom or Hangouts or whatever. Again, it was good fun. Mickey with the Tiger King and Carol that bitch Carol Baskin. She definitely did it, by the way. Carol Baskin definitely did it. Anyway, tell me what year The Lion King was released. And then we'll move on to the music round. Also, for the record, in the music round next week, I want to try and get some music clips in. This week there isn't any, but I want to get some music clips in next week for you all to listen to, like, to get some questions on that. So if anyone can help me out on that, I'm looking at you, Mickey. Let me know. Anyway, question number 11. In 2012, Psy released the song Gangnam Style, and it became the most viewed video on YouTube at the time. Which other musician did he overtake to claim that record? So there was another musician that was the #1 most viewed video at the time on YouTube. But Psy, with his Gangnam Style, overtook that. But who did he overtake? What other musician was it? We can discuss films. Alright, Stephen. God. You know what, guys? I'm gonna stop doing these streams if people just come in and roast me. I can't deal with this shit. I just can't. Copyright strike for the clips. You're not wrong, Josh, but also I'm not making money anyway, so does it really matter? Come at me, YouTube. So in 2012, Psy released a song Gangnam Style. It became the most viewed video on YouTube at the time. Which other musician did he overtake to claim that record? And then we'll move on to question 12. All Shook Up is a song that topped the US Billboard Hot 100 in 1957. Who was the singer? If people don't get this, I will be stunned. Absolutely stunned. Even the people who don't know this musician's music, this is pretty, like, the title and stuff's pretty obvious, I think. I'm looking at you, little meme. You better know this, but yeah. All Shook Up is a song that topped the US Billboard Hot 100 in 1957. Who was the singer? Doing a lot of movement today. You can tell I'm kind of anxious about this one. A lot of swirling around, pointing and hand gestures and shit. Eh dear. I'm used to being behind the camera. 13 minutes in already. Come on, boys. Come on, the boys. I feel personally attacked. Hey, Josh, right, I just think you should know this, but I feel like you're not going to know it, that's all. So we'll move on to the next one. Just a quick recap. All Shook Up is a song that topped the US Billboard Hot 100 in 1957. Who was the singer? Next up. This hit that Ice Cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that blank blank, finished the lyric. I'm trying not to say it in the beats that the song is, otherwise it's very obvious, I think. But this hit that Ice Cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that blank blank, finished the lyric. The chat's quiet this week. How are you doing, Michael Allen? I know you're there. How you do? Who else is in? Let me have a quick gander. Who else have we got? Leanne McComish, how are you doing, dear? Hope you're alright. Who else have we got? I think we've got Casey and Courtney in this week as well. How are you guys doing? Sean's in here with John. John, I'm sorry that's not a hockey quiz. We will do one soon. Everyone else has chatted and I've talked to you. But how is everyone? How is everyone doing? I hope you're all good. Good. I'm glad you're good, Michael. I'm glad you're good, man. So this hit, that Ice Cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that blank blank, finished the lyric. We'll move on to the next question, number 14. Another album cover this week. This is a famous album cover from the album Dark Side of the Moon. Who released the album? Deep Purple, AC/DC, Coldplay, Pink Floyd. And Jacob. Hi, Jacob. He didn't type in the chat, otherwise I'd have said hi. Hi, Jacob. How are you doing, mate? He's a Leafs fan. You don't know about hockey. I mean, don't rip my wings. Oh, wow. Leafs fan don't know about hockey, bruh. From a Wings, bruh. From a Wings fan. Not bad, Ryan. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing as good as we can be, Leon. I'm doing as good as we can be. Thank you. I can't wait for Pete to message me and tell me how quick I'm drinking again. I got a bit of a rinsing last week for it, because I'm actually kind of a nurse normally. But there's something about quarantine life that's just brought out the drinker in me. As it has with many people, to be fair. The shelves are pretty fucking barren right now in the local McCalls. But anyway, this famous album cover for the album Dark Side of the Moon. Who released the album? Deep Purple, AC/DC, Coldplay, or Pink Floyd? Loving the hair. Whoa, 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 whoa. Right, let's not rinse me too much, please. I can't help it. It's the... Oh, whoa, Scuba Steve's it. Scuba Steve. Good boy. I like it. I didn't know you were in here, bro. Thanks for coming. I don't know if Kaylee and Stu are here this week again or not. If they are, hello. So, Drinker, I want to see that Chunks in Power Ranger Stream Drunk. Hey, I'll get Chunks in the Power Ranger Stream Drunk at some point. We'll see, man. I'm still pitching that idea, Mickey, that at some point, once this lockdown's done, we meet up and stream somewhere and get gin drunk and do karaoke. Let's do that shit. Anyway, we'll move on. Question 15. Dave Grohl. The autocorrect. I'm so sorry. Dave Grohl with a H, not a W, is the frontman of the rock band Foo Fighters. He used to be part of another famous rock band though. Can you name them? Can you name the other rock band he was a part of? And again, if you want to give yourself some bonus points, what did he play in that band? I feel like I'm a lot louder this week. Like, verbal, I'm just shouting at him. I do not quite know why. But here we are. Dave Grohl. I can't get over that. Fucking Apple and its autocorrect, man. Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl. Fucking hell. Hey, dear. Dave Grohl is the frontman of the rock band Foo Fighters. He used to be part of another famous rock band though. Who was he a part of? And again, give yourself a little bonus point if you can tell me what instrument he played within that band. Take the hat off, I want to see the buzz cut, we match. Yeah, but Stephen, the difference is I did mine out of choice, right? Yours is genetics. No, I did it, right. So basically, to give you all the quick story before I move on to the next section. Yesterday, I walked into the kitchen, I spoke to my mum, and I said, I've been dithering, do I shave my head, do I not shave my head, do I shave it, do I not? And I've been dithering for about a week, and I said, I tell you what, I know how we fix this. I pulled the scissors out of the drawer, chopped it off, fringe went, and I was like, now I've got to. So now I have to, and now I did, and now I do regret it, but my hair grows long, it grows quick, it grows thick, it'll be back within 3 weeks. So, but honestly, I'm now looking at myself in stream and I'm like, why did I do this? Anyway, we'll move on to the sports section. What is the highest possible score in 10-pin bowling? So you play 10 frames. What's the highest possible score that you can get? Yeah, man. Just got rid of it just so you don't get roasted. Bro, Josh, you'll always roast me. I know how it is, man. Sean's not saying anything because Sean's mad that I cut it. She tried to convince me for like half an hour not to do it, and then the next Snapchat I sent her was just me buzzing my head. Oh dear. It'll grow back and I'll get my emo fringe back and we'll go Rock City, Sean. How's about that? Oh man. Tell me, what's the highest possible score in 10-pin bowling? Exactly, Mickey. Thumb lives matter. Question 17. Who was the number 1 pick in the 2019 NHL draft? Was it Alex Turcotte, Jack Hughes, Capo Caco, or Philip Broberg? I think only a few people might know this. I don't know if anyone in here should have live streamed. I should have live streamed the cut. Stephen, do you understand how quick it took? My hair was thick as fuck and I just went vroom. I couldn't think about it. I just had to do it and commit to the cause. I'm so gassy, bloody cause. I was sending Pete and the group pictures and videos of me doing it, and I just had to do it because just get it over and done with, you know. But yeah, there's a couple of non-hockey fans in here, I believe, so this might be a struggle for you. Just have a guess, that's why it's multiple choice. Who was the number 1 pick in the 2019 NHL draft? Alex Turcotte, Jack Hughes, Capo Caco, Philip Broberg. Move on to question 18. Which 2 teams featured in the 2019 FA Cup final? Manchester City versus Watford, Manchester United versus Watford, Manchester City versus Wolves, Manchester United versus Wolves. My opinion, neither of these teams deserve the FA Cup, but that's where we're at. Also, we probably shouldn't talk about football while Michael's in here, because I'm a Leeds fan and Michael's a West Brom fan, and Leeds are better than West Brom, but that's none of my business. But yeah, last year, 2019 FA Cup final, who was in it? City and Watford, United and Watford, City and Wolves, United and Wolves. A, B, C or D, all vote now. We'll move on. Question 19. How many gold medals did the swimmer Michael Phelps collect in the 2016 Olympic Games? This guy, what a guy. Michael Phelps is wild. I don't think I could watch an Olympic sport like swimming because I actually find it kind of boring unless Phelps is on. The guy amazes me. How can someone be that good? Amazon season was class. I sat and watched it on an half-piece day of lockdown. Big up the baggies. No way, Michael. Fuck the baggies. We're all Leeds, aren't we? Yeah. But yeah, how many gold medals did swimmer Michael Phelps collect in the 2016 Olympic Games? This guy's honestly, this guy stuns me every time I see him perform. Ridiculous. And we'll move on. Question 20, the last of the sport round. This boxer is from Sheffield. He was a big name in boxing during the 90s. In actual fact, I had a dog named after him. But what is his name? And obviously I've put a box over his name because his name's brandished across his shorts. Josh knows, all Leeds, aren't we? MOT. Although it's shit like that that makes people hate us. Yeah, this boxer's from Sheffield. He was a big deal. He was a big name in boxing during the 90s. He won a few titles here and there. He was just a really big name around the 90s. And pretty much everyone knew who he was, especially in the local area in Sheffield. Can you tell me his name? I did truly have a dog named after this guy. I had a dog when I was a youngster. I once got picked up from school, and my mum and dad met me, and they were like, "We've got you a present." So I went round the corner, and there was this new dog, and that was my little dog for a while. My little dog was named after this guy because I'm a boxing fan and a boxing family and stuff, fans and stuff. So, what was this guy's name? We'll move on. The next one is geography. First of all, what is the capital city of India? What is the capital city of India? There's lots of comments, jokes and stuff to be made throughout the stream, but I will keep safe and not say a single thing during this. What is the capital city of India? Michael's telling me to do one. He don't mean it though, he's still going to watch the quiz. Love you, Michael. Also, while we're having a quiet one on this question, Laura Donaldson, I'm told you found the last quiz very, very boring and I could put you to sleep. Thanks for that. Just remember that you're going to need me at some point. You're going to need me at some point. That's all I'm saying. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope I'm not as boring this time. Yeah. Thanks, Laura. So what's the capital city of India? And we'll move on in a couple of seconds. Josh, don't beat me when we scrap. Shut up, man. Anyway, next up, 22. What's the longest river in the UK? That's not it, by the way. That's just a random picture when I googled the word river. I feel like I've caught the sun today. I've been sat in the garden. Can't really tell on stream, but I feel warm and I look tanned. I've got a t-shirt. I've got a little bit of a t-shirt tan. Hey dear. So what's the longest river in the UK? I actually had to Google this one because I didn't know the answer to this one. But here we are. We'll move on. Next up question. Number 23. This reflective sculpture carries the nickname The Bean. What US city can you find it in? I'm sure we've all seen this at least some point on the internet, whether it's a photograph or whatever, whether it's someone you know, whatever, or you might have even seen it in person, who knows. But this is The Bean. It's got a different name, it's an official name, I can't remember what it's called, but it's nicknamed The Bean. Where can you find it? What city is this in? I don't think I've got anyone who is a fan of any team of this city in chat. I don't think. We shall see. Someone will no doubt pop up and go, oh, it's the home of the... Hey dear. So, this reflective sculpture carries the name The Bean. What US city can you find it? What US city can you find it? In what US city? Honestly, you can tell that I really rushed this quiz putting it together. My grammar's fucking terrible. Gee. I put it together in one night. I've been a busy boy this week, so I'm sorry about any errors. Apart from Dave Growl. Dave Growl wasn't my issue. But yeah, where's the bean? Next up, which city is further north? Liverpool or Manchester? Again, last week, if you remember, I stole a question from the quiz about Oxford, from Chase about Oxford and Cambridge, which one's further south. I stole this one from, where did I steal this one from? I stole this from a quiz recently as well. I can't remember what quiz it was. But yeah, which one's further south, Liverpool or Manchester? I can tell you right now, there is, I think it's 34 or 43 miles within this. So yeah, which one's further north, Liverpool or Manchester? We've been to the Mr. Bean, the bean on your head looks like a bean, GG on the theme. Alright, Ricky, right. I didn't even realise that I did that. And also, did I make this quiz after I shaved my head? Yeah, I think I did. Alright, there is a theme. Mickey's now renamed me the bean because of my head. Nice. Love that. Things you love to see. So, which city is further north, Liverpool or Manchester? Next up, number 25. I'm surrounded by Germany, Poland, Austria and Slovakia. What country am I? I'm surrounded by Germany, Poland, Austria and Slovakia. What country am I? I'm also looking at that picture that I've put on that I didn't look at before, just to see if it gives you the answer. But it doesn't, so we're okay. A bit quiet this time round. Not much going on in chat. I've got nothing to say about these countries. Yeah. Surrounded by Germany, Poland, Austria and Slovakia. What country am I? We'll move on. The next round we've got is books. Again, for 5 questions on authors, books, themes, that kind of thing. Literary things. Number 26. Which Stephen King novel takes place in the Overlook Hotel? It, Doctor Sleep, Salem's Lot, The Shining. Again, which Stephen King novel takes place in the Overlook Hotel? It, Doctor Sleep, Salem's Lot, The Shining. Or as the Simpsons redubbed The Shining, The Shinning. Not too far left now, folks. A few more questions and then we'll have a quick break. Go and grab a few more drinks. Need the toilet, that kind of thing. We'll have a little break soon. So, which Stephen King novel takes place in the Overlook Hotel? It, Doctor Sleep, Salem's Lot, The Shining. A couple of people should get this. Not only because it's a book, but it's also a film question, technically, I guess. Gnarly beats in the background. Damn right, gnarly beats in the background. I don't quite know what they're from. Again, it's non-copyright things. Anyway, number 27. Which is the longest book in the Harry Potter series? The Goblet of Fire, The Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, The Deathly Hallows. This is a good one, this, because I know which one's the longest film. The longest film isn't the longest book. That's a little sneak. Bit of answer for you there to help you out. The longest book in the Harry Potter series is it The Goblet of Fire, The Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, The Deathly Hallows? What do you mean want to get sued? It's copyright free, Stephen. It's all good, man. Don't worry. Don't worry about this. If someone wants to come and sue me, bring them on. I'll just delete the video. No evidence. No face, no case. Oh dear, these quizzes last longer than I think they do, you know. Like, I'm at 31 minutes so far on questions. And it feels like it hasn't been 31 minutes. I think last week's was like an hour and a half or something, so... Jesus. But yeah, which is the longest book in the Harry Potter series? Is it The Goblet of Fire, The Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, or the Deathly Hallows? Question number 28. Noughts and Crosses became a series of 5 books and eventually both a stage and TV adaptation. But who wrote it? Who wrote these series of 5 books and helped in part of the stage and TV adaptation of Noughts and Crosses? Screen recording. Alright, Josh, come on now. Bro, just having fun here, come on. If you've not seen or read or watched the stage show of Noughts and Crosses and the 5 things that come out, well, the 4 things that come after, I suggest you go and see it. You watch the TV adaptation or anything like that, or read the books. Sensational piece of writing, I think. I believe it's like a late teens kind of book, but again, it's a good read either way. I remember reading it when I was like 13 or whatever. I think it's quite a popular author as well amongst late teens, like early, like comprehensive school age kids, I think. I remember, or they might not be anymore. They might not be popular. We'll see. Anyway, who wrote Noughts and Crosses? Next up, question number 29. My Shit Life So Far was an autobiography written by which British comedian? And also the picture that I have used, where it says, "To all my enemies I will destroy you," is a direct excerpt from the book before the acknowledgements. This is the very first page that you open. That's what it says. I own this book. Very good book. Very fun read. But who wrote it? It's called My Shit Life So Far. Damn right you read it in year 9, Josh. Noughts and Crosses, what a banger. My Shit Life So Far was an autobiography written by which British comedian? Next up. It was a bright cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13. What book's it from? I believe it's the opening line. Tell me what is the opening line from? What's the book? I feel like a couple of people might know this. Depends how cultured we all are. I knew this one because I've read it and it's fantastic. But it's not something common that you see people reading these days, I think. But there's definitely a couple of people in this chat that have read it. 100%. It was a bright cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13. The opening excerpt from which book? Which book is this from? I can't wait for Pete to message me actually about this and be like, fucking, what's these book questions, like he did last week with the Lord of the Rings? But yeah, tell me what book this is the opening excerpt from. And then the final round is general knowledge, 5 random as fuck questions that I've found and decided to go with. Let's see if you know them. What type of dog did Queen Elizabeth II claim to be her favourite? What's the Queen's favourite dog? It also took all my energy not to put the Queen when she was wearing green the other week on here and like Photoshop her into some stuff. But there we are. Told Queenie, what's her favourite dog? I think this one's pretty obvious as well, but depends how far you think into it. What dog did Queen Elizabeth II claim to be her favourite? Move on to question 32 in a second. A couple more seconds and we'll give it. What's the Queen's favourite dog? Question 32. What is the language spoken in Brazil? What's the language most spoken in Brazil? Philip is her favourite dog. You're not wrong there, bro. You're not wrong there. There are a couple of languages spoken in Brazil, but there is one major language spoken. What is it? What is her favourite? What is her favourite dog? That's because I read the chat. What is the most spoken language in Brazil? can never think about the word Brazil without singing the World Cup theme song from a couple of years ago. Cracking tune. But you tell me, what was the language most spoken in Brazil? I'll give it a couple of seconds and we'll move on to 33. Welsh. Hey, I'd be impressed if all the Brazilian folks spoke Welsh, you know, because not even the Welsh people speak Welsh. Next up, haematology is the study of what? What is haematology the study of? Sing it. No chance, bro. No chance. Let's get some gin and do a karaoke stream. Then we'll sing it. We'll sing it together, bro. Haematology is the study of what? I think it's a plays. I think my ears will bleed. Hey, my singing's not that bad, bro. We'll move on. Question 34. What is the why is the currency used in Poland? Well, it's to buy things, you dickhead, Ryan. What is the currency in Poland? Fucking hell. Teach me to fucking proofread. Oh, this sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Why is the currency used? What's wrong with it? It's to buy things. What is the currency? What is the name of the currency used in Poland? What is the currency? Fucking hell. I'm fucking fuck this. Scuff stream. Scuff. Hey dear. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Need to put more effort into this. On the banknote says JS. I am proud. Bro, you're not Polish. Just because it says JS on banknote don't mean shit. What is the currency used in Poland? I'm sacked. Damn right I'm sacked, Leanne. Next week someone else can host this, because fucking hell. And then question 35. Last one. Who's older? Piers Morgan or Philip Schofield? What a beautiful pair of gentlemen. Said no one ever. Who is older? Piers Morgan or Philip Schofield? So that's the end of the 35 questions that I have. What I'm going to do is give you 5 minutes, give us until around half past 9, and then we'll come back to the quiz. So I'll catch you in about 5 minutes, folks.
Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love, with your love, I'm losing myself. With your love, with your love, I'm losing myself.
How are we all doing, folks? We'll jump back on in with the answers in a second. Just making sure you can all hear me again. Let me know when you can hear me, and then we'll get started with the answers for the questions. I think you can be able to hear me right now, so if that's true, we'll jump right on in. I think you can. We shall see. I think we're good. Yep, I can hear me, we're okay. No one's typed in the chat, but I can hear me, so it's fine. Page back again. Howdy. We are back. Hi Ryan. Hi Stephen. Thank you. So yeah, here we are with the answers. I'm going to tick them off as I go, just so I know what I've done. Nice one, everyone can hear me. Good, good, good. So, which celebrity is this? Let's see how many points people have got here. This is Keanu Reeves. I didn't believe it at first, but it is. I have double checked across multiple sources. This is Keanu Reeves. How many candles you go through in a day of lockdown? Too many candles, bro. Too many candles. But yeah, this is Keanu Reeves. Next up, I asked you which celebrity claims to have broken the internet in 2014. That was Kim Kardashian, of course. Kim Kardashian. Again, I said, I know we're not giving extra points and stuff, but if you did, the reason was because she was on the cover of a magazine in which she was naked, facing the other way with her ass out, a glass on top of her ass and champagne firing from the bottle to the flute. Kim Kardashian, ladies and gentlemen. Which celebrity part owns Norwich City FC? That would be Delia Smith. Delia Smith once went viral because she was at a Norwich City game. She was on the microphone, a live mic, and none of the fans were being loud because it was a bad time to be a Norwich fan. She famously screamed on the microphone, "Where are you? Come on!" Delia Smith was is the part owner of Norwich City FC. I asked you which celebrity hit the news this week for not furloughing staff and refusing government help, and also urged other celebrities to do the same. That would be Simon Cowell. What a guy! As much as he plays a bit of a character, a bit of a prick whilst he's on X Factor and Britain's Got Talent and all that kind of shit, I do believe behind the scenes Simon Cowell is actually one of the most down to earth and realistic celebrities that there is. There's a lot of things about him doing things with charity and stuff around, so fair play to the guy. Fair play to the guy. Question 5, I asked you, the Met Gala is known for having the most out there outfits every year. Which celebrity wore these wings in 2018? This, I didn't set up the thing to remove the circle, sorry, but this is Katy Perry. Katy Perry. I bet Mickey got that one just from without a face. I bet he did. Well, this is Katy Perry. Then we moved into the TV and film section. The Simpsons run a Halloween special every season. What's the title of the series of specials that is often followed by Roman numerals? They are the Treehouse of Horror episodes. The Treehouse of Horror. The next question, I asked you, what was the theme song for the TV show Scrubs? Was it the Scrubs theme, All Star, Superman, or I Can't Do This on My Own? The answer was Superman, C. Katy Perry, bro, what was that walkie-talkie? Yeah, bro, yeah. Next up, I asked you what the bear was called. What is Mr. Bean's stuffed bear called? Was he called Ted, Teddy, Mr. Bear, or Theodore? His name was Teddy. B. Teddy. I asked you which Martin Scorsese movie holds the record for the most amount of F-bombs. That would be A. The Wolf of Wall Street. Because I'm not fucking leaving! The Wolf of Wall Street has the most F-bombs for Martin Scorsese movies. Number 10. I asked you in what year The Lion King was released, and you can have a point if you got the year before or the year after, including the year obviously. The year was 1994. 1994. So obviously if you got 1993 or 1995 you can still have a point. That was, I didn't do multiple choice, so give yourself a little bit of leeway there. Next up was the music round. I asked you in 2012, who did Psy overtake as the most viewed video on YouTube? What other musician did he overtake? And that will be Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. I think it was Baby. Now it got the most views, but actually I think it had the most dislikes as well. So it's not because people wanted to watch the baby videos, because they wanted to click it and then dislike it. But yeah, Psy overtook Justin Bieber. Number 12, I asked you who sang All Shut Up, which topped the US Billboard Hot 100 in 1957. That would be Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. And if you didn't get that, get off the stream, leave right now. You have failed the entire quiz, no points for you. Next up, number 13, I asked you, this hit that Ice Cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that, and I asked you to finish that lyric. And the finishing lyric is White Gold. The Chocolate Rain was better. Yeah. So the answer here is White Gold. This hit that Ice Cold Michelle Pfeiffer, that White Gold. Obviously it's Uptown Funk, if you didn't know that already. I then asked you what this album cover, who this album cover was released by from the album Dark Side of the Moon. The answer is D, Pink Floyd. Nice and easy, that one. Quite a famous image, just like last week's Joy Division image. Very famous indeed. That's D, Pink Floyd. Dave Grohl, as he's now known, is the frontman of the band Foo Fighters. He used to be a part of another famous rock band. Who was it? The answer was Nirvana. And again, we're not giving out bonus points, but if you did write this, cool. He was the drummer in Nirvana, I believe. So yes, Dave Grohl was a part of Nirvana. Next up with the sport, I asked you what the highest possible score in 10-pin bowling is. So it's if you get strikes all the way through, you get a 300, the perfect game. To quote The Simpsons, 300 is the most possible points you can score in 10-pin bowling. Next up, I asked you, who was the number 1 pick in the 2019 NHL draft? This one was tough for anyone who's not a hockey fan. It was just a guess, I guess. But the answer is B, Jack Hughes. B, Jack Hughes. Capo Caco went quite high. Alex Turcotte also went quite high. Broberg a little bit further down. I think Capo Caco, however he didn't go number 1, he was the most famous to come out of it because of his hilarious image that he did with New York. But yeah, the answer is B, Jack Hughes. I then asked you which 2 teams featured in the 2019 FA Cup final. The answer was A, Manchester City and Watford. And I believe City absolutely panged them. I think it was 6-0, something like that. Old hockey fan John over here got that one wrong. Oh, John, and you want a hockey quiz? But yeah, the answer to this is City and Watford. Answer A. I then asked you how many gold medals did swimmer Michael Phelps collect in the 2016 Olympic Games? The answer is 5. He went in for 6, but he was able to collect 5 that year. I think he got silver in the 6th round, in the 6th thing that he did. It was 6-0, I'm right, yeah, nice one, Michael. But yeah, the answer to this number is 5. He collected 5 gold medals from the 2016 Olympic Games. Question 20. I asked you what this boxer's name was. He's from Sheffield. He's a big name in boxing in the 90s. Before I do tell you the answer, I'm going to out Michael Allen. Michael Allen didn't know the answer to this, so he wrote the Crosscheck Clothing sponsored Gavin Gwynn. But yeah, the answer to this is Prince Nazim. Or Prince Naz if you put Prince Naz. But the answer is Prince Nazim. I'm led to believe there's a couple of people in this chat. I think it's you, Anne-Marie, who knows someone who knows Prince Nazim like directly. So awesome. So then we went on to the geography questions. I asked you what the India is. The capital city of India is New Delhi. New Delhi. Don't know what happened to Old Delhi or just Delhi, but New Delhi is the capital city of India. 22. What is the longest river in the UK? How many people put the Thames? You are wrong. The answer is the River Severn. Not by much, I believe. I did a little bit of Googling. The River Severn is definitely the longest river in the UK. Which reflective sculpture carries the nickname The Bean? In what US city can you find it? The answer is Chicago. The thing I said earlier, I wondered if anyone in the chat was a Blackhawks fan. They might have known this, but apparently no one threw that in the chat, so cool. The answer is Chicago. That is where you would find it. Chicago, Illinois. The next one. Which city is further north, Liverpool or Manchester? Now this question I got wrong when I'd seen it on a quiz the other day. I really got kind of It was a couple of miles in it, and I believe that I thought Liverpool was most north, but it is not. The answer is Manchester. It's around 34 or 43 miles more north than Liverpool, so the answer is Manchester. I think because it takes longer to get to Liverpool because you have to travel further west, that's where I got mixed up anyway. But yeah, the answer is Manchester. I'm surrounded by Germany, Poland, Austria and Slovakia. I am the Czech Republic. So that's the country that we're at. Surrounded by Germany, Poland, Austria and Slovakia. The answer is the Czech Republic. We'll move on. Books. I asked you which Stephen King novel takes place in the Overlook Hotel. The answer was D, The Shining. D, The Shining. Next up, I asked you what's the longest book in the Harry Potter series, and the answer is B, The Order of the Phoenix. It's the longest book, but it's not the longest film. The Order of Phoenix is definitely the longest book. Cracking set of books. If you've not read them, read them all. I then asked you who wrote Noughts and Crosses. The answer is Mallory Blackman. Mallory Blackman is the answer to that one. Next up, I asked you who wrote My Shit Life So Far, which is an autobiography by a British comedian, which clearly starts with the title, not the title, but the page, To All My Enemies I Will Destroy You. The answer is Frankie Boyle. Frankie Boyle. What a guy. What a comedian. I love Frankie Boyle. It was a bright cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13, is the opening excerpt from 1984 by George Orwell. So the book we are looking for is 1984 by George Orwell. I then asked you what type of dog did Queen Elizabeth II claim to be her favourite. Nice and easy this one. She's got a couple, I believe. Corgi. She loves the corgis, does Toad Queenie. Next up, the language most spoken in Brazil is Portuguese. Portuguese is the answer to this. Might do, Josh, I'll let you know. But yeah, the answer to this is Portuguese. That is the most spoken language within Brazil. I then asked you what haematology is the study of. Haematology is the study of blood, or things within blood. Anything to do with blood is the haematology is the study of. Next up, why is the currency used in Poland? Well, the answer to that is because we buy things with it. Well, you're in Poland. However, the question was, what is the currency used in Poland? And the answer is the Polish zloty. The Polish zloty. Spelled S-L-O-T-Y. Well, kind of, the O's got like a dash through it, but it's pronounced the zloty. The Polish zloty. And then the final question I asked you was who is older, Piers Morgan or Philip Schofield? The answer is Philip Schofield. However, Piers Morgan looks like he's older, acts like he pretends he likes to be older, looks like a ball sack, but the answer is Philip Schofield. So, again, let me know in the chat, let me know on Twitter, Facebook, DM me, whatever. I'd just like to know how people got on. But yeah, I'll see you all for the next one. I hope you've had good fun. Next week we'll try something different, I think. I'm going to speak to Pete about doing a hockey one, maybe. There's lots of stuff going on. Thank you for coming. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all healthy. And I'll catch you in the next one.
Let's go!